a child to become an adult and then get married.
So not 12, yeah? So not 12.
Of course she was not 12, and I'll tell you why.
Of course she wasn't 12.
She wasn't 12.
How old was she?
She should not
How
be
old?
12.
Oh, she should not be 12.
She could not be 12. She had to be older than that.
Why
I'll
is
tell
that?
you why.
On what
Because
basis?
she was able to travel herself alone to another place to meet her cousin. So obviously she was.
Which
not
other
12.
place?
I do not know where you're getting this from.
Next street.
But if you could give
Whoa,
me
whoa,
the
whoa.
reference, I will
Are you
go
saying
there.
12 years old can't travel by themselves?
No, she. At that time.
Yes, at that time.
Yes, at that time. No.
At that time, at the age of 16, they used to be military commanders fighting wars in foreign countries.
Women?
What are you on about?
Women.
Women even, yes. Women even. But the important, you cannot, wait, you cannot say,
I'm sorry,
okay,
but
show.
She traveled alone to another place.
What was the other place?
She was in Nazareth, and she went to meet her cousin.
Where was her cousin?
Her cousin Elizabeth.
Yeah, where was she?
She was somewhere in Judea.
In Judea. And how far is that?
So it's
Nazareth to Judea is how far?
A day's journey.
A day's
But
journey.
of course, she was allowed to travel alone, which means she was not a child.
Who told you that a 12-year-old doesn't? No, wait. You need to bring the evidence from the Bible.
I'll bring the evidence from the Bible.
So, are you saying 12 years old not allowed?
Jesus at the age of 12.
Okay, anyway, the
Jesus at the age of 12.
encyclopedia,
You
the
asked me
Catholic
a question.
encyclopedia disagrees with you.
Allow me to answer.
And they have
You asked me
evidence
a
for it.
question. Allow me to answer.
Okay.
Jesus at the age of 12. Okay. Jesus at the age of 12, you know that he was 12 when he was in the temple. He was teaching. He was talking to the elders in the temple. And when they came to him, his mother and his father came to him and they asked him, "Why are you here?" Obviously, without their permission, she could not do it.
No.
So
First you
Jesus
need
at
to
the
wait.
age of 12
First you
was
need
not
to.
allowed be by
First you
himself,
need to tell
but
us.
you're telling me
No.
Mary at the age of
What
12
you're doing
was
is.
allowed to travel to another city.
What you're doing is that.
Doesn't make sense.
What you're doing is you're going based on travel from Nazareth. Where was it?
Of
Judea.
course,
Wait.
of course,
From a,
because
wait. Look, I'll let you speak. Allow me to speak. Okay. What you have brought is based on your assumption that 12 years old couldn't do that. All right. That is your assumption. That's not evidence from the Bible. Now, earlier I asked you to give me biblical evidence. Biblical evidence that anyone, okay, by the way, what do you think was her age? Give me a rough idea.
It is not mentioned, so we cannot guess.
So you can't assume
We
then.
can't guess.
Good.
But she
So
should
don't
have
say it wasn't 12
she would
then.
have been old enough to make her own decisions.
It was common at that time.
was old
Okay.
enough to make
Was
her own
it common to get married at the age of 12 or 13 back then?
Yes, it was common.
Thank
It
you.
was
That's all I
common,
need
but
evidence.
It was not her.
So
It was not her.
that's up to you. You don't have
It
evidence.
was not
You
her.
don't have evidence, like
She
you
was
said.
old enough to
Is
travel.
your assumption.
Jesus at the age of 12
Okay.
was not old enough to stay by himself in the temple. Mary at the age of 12 definitely
Okay.
would
So
not
we have
have
established two things. Number one, Mary wasn't asked permission for her to get married. Secondly, even if it was 12, 13, 14, whatever it was, in today's standard, anyone less than 18 would be
Let's say
considered a
16.
child. Okay? So whatever your age you bring, yeah, by the way, she wasn't 18, we know that.
Maybe she
Okay?
wasn't 18. She was
Yeah,
obviously
she was
young.
much younger than that. So the important thing is that even if she was 16 or 17, by today's standard, she'll be considered a
That
child.
doesn't compare with 6.
It doesn't matter, it's a child,
It
still.
doesn't compare with 9.
It's still a
6
child.
or 16 is the same
Still a
thing.
child, my
No,
friend.
it is not.
And if you look at the
I have a daughter who's
stories,
6. I'm sure if you have a daughter, you're not going to allow her to marry at 15.
yeah, what you're doing is you're comparing by,
You believe
brother,
that?
he's comparing by today's standards. We are not going by today's
Not by
standards.
16 as well.
Exactly.
No, but even though
back,
those
back then they got married, like he just said. It is okay, it was normal to get married at the age of 13, 14.
Yeah,
If your daughter was 13, 14, you wouldn't marry her today. Am I
At
right?
that time,
So do
it
not
was a
compare,
time, yes.
do not compare
But
today's
then-
standards
but
with the
then
standard of back then.
But then you
Okay,
prophet
so
went
let me
much
ask you.
earlier.
No, wait.
He didn't
Because
follow
you
the
mentioned,
standard.
because you
He didn't
mentioned,
follow the
hold on.
standard. He went much earlier.
Because you mentioned it is from a religious angle, can we now conclude that in the Bible there is no specific age of marriage?
There is no specific age.
Good. So it can be young, it can be old.
No, it cannot be young.
If there's no specific age, why can't it be young?
Because the person is a child. You can only marry a woman. You
Does
can't
it say
marry
a child? Where does it say that?
You woman.
No, where does it say that?
Go look
No,
at
let me look it up. It says.
a woman. A man can marry a woman, not a child.
Where does it say? Okay, what is a woman? Maybe the woman definition. The definition of a woman back then, Aisha radiallahu anha, she said she became
was not a woman.
Hold on. She said when she became a 9, she became a woman. Because at that time, a woman was someone who had reached the age of puberty. That was the definition back
She
then.
had not even reached puberty.
At 6, yeah, not.
No, I
How many
told
times I
you at
told you? At 9?
He waited.
Wait.
He
So
waited,
you're saying Aisha radiallahu anha, her own narration, you're rejecting.
Okay, so then you accept that she was 6 when she was married.
When she was... 1 second, brother. So what we are saying is that betrothal, which is like engagement today, it is not consummation of marriage. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Final is the nikah, always. Betrothal can be cancelled. Okay, so it's not final. Final only comes during the nikah. So let's keep that in mind. Since your Bible doesn't have any specific age of marriage, either minimum or maximum, yes, or even the average, so you cannot say this is right or this is wrong. What you're coming from a liberal secular mindset, not from the Bible. Okay? Unless and until you show me evidence from the Bible, that is what I'm going to stand with. Now with regards to many other things, like for example, do you think it is okay to kill children in any context? No. Did God command? Wait a minute. In 1 Samuel, I think we are finished. Unless you bring from the Bible, we don't have a case.
We've not concluded, because again, a marriage in the Bible is between a man and a woman.
Where does it say a woman has to be a certain age?
If you give me time, see, because I'm just one ordinary person. If you give me time, I will give it to you.
I'm not a supernatural person. I'm also an ordinary person. Don't worry.
No, but this is not something that I do right on a regular basis.
I think you got enough practice from the way you're speaking. You're one of those online warriors where you got your practice, and that's why you're ashamed of the cameras.
I do my homework.
Your homework. So go and find the definition of woman, and then we discuss about that. Shall we do that?
But you have to give me the time.
No, of course. I'm not putting you on the spot. Go and find out the definition of the woman in the Bible. So until then, there is no case. So I want to go.
Children and killing children. I just wanted to address one thing again.
Yeah.
She could not have been 12 because she traveled by herself. Jesus at the age of 12
this is your
was
assumption.
not allowed.
That's your assumption.
Yeah, she should have been older than 12 because she could take her own decisions.
Like I said, even if you get say 13 or 14,
make a decision. Even if you say the nikah is final, at that time she is too small to understand, and very rarely. Tell me, how often can a betrothal be broken?
Very often, actually. Very often. No, it's not final. Okay, betrothal is never final. I think this is your look. Right? Marriage, for us, marriage is a nikah.
And that's not an example. That's a child.
The nikah.
Anyway, now coming to whatever you're saying.
No, for you it is a child. Even a 13-year-old is a child. Like Mary, no one asked her permission to get married. To get pregnant. She was made pregnant.
Thank you.
12 or 13, yeah. No, I've always said that.
She was older than that. She could make her.
You have no evidence for that.
She could travel.
I have evidence from the Catholic Encyclopedia. Unless you can refute their allegation. There's nothing.
Catholic Encyclopedia, but I'll check it out.
Shall I show you right now?
I will check it out.
No, shall I show you right now?
You can show it me.
Okay, and will you accept it? Can you find it, brother?
Again,
No. Encyclopedia, the Catholic Encyclopedia, the evidence is there. Okay, so
again,
now
I'm not a Catholic, but I will accept.
You don't need to be. Who gave you the Bible? Not the Protestants. It was the Catholics. No, so don't put them under the bus.
It was not Catholic Protestant. Let's not get into that.
The Protestants didn't come until the 16th century. Sorry, 17th century.
We're talking about the Bible.
Yes.
The Bible mentions that she was old enough to by herself without any permission. She didn't seek any permission. She was old enough to travel by herself. Jesus, at the same age which you're quoting, at 12,
so let me get this. Let me get this right. If somebody is old enough to travel, do they need permission to get pregnant?
No, you don't.
So anyone can make them pregnant.
Again, two conditions which we spoke about, right? Which you agreed. One is biologically, they should be. She should be a woman, and mentally, she should be of age to consent. So two things.
So two things. Number one.
This was well established.
No. Hold on. I'm just repeating what you said. So number one, she has to be biologically and mentally sound. Yeah. Biologically fit, mentally sound.
Just looking with it.
Yeah, I know. You're concerned about the cameras. So mentally fit and biologically fit and mentally sound.
Yes,
okay? But even meeting these two conditions, the third condition which I kept asking, do you still require her permission?
Of course you require.
What did she give her permission?
Do you believe that God already knows that Mary is going to consent?
No. Hold on. The question is not about God knows or not. The question is, did God ask Mary's permission for her to be pregnant?
So my question to you is, do you believe that God already knows whether she's going to say yes or no?
Of course, God knows everything.
So he knew that she's going to say yes.
But did she?
That's why he was.
But did she?
That's why she was.
Did she?
But God knew it, right?
You know, that's the difference between Aisha radiallahu anha. At least in the case of Aisha radiallahu anha, you know, again, she was already. Do you know that she was already betrothed to somebody else before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Yes. So you need to understand the context. And not only that, Aisha radiallahu anha, yes, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself was given this. This vision that he's marrying Aisha radiallahu anha. Okay, so in a way that is also.
Brother, I can talk to you, but off camera because.
Yeah, guys, don't record him. He doesn't want to be on camera. Okay, so in the case, just like you're saying, Mary this was a special injunction by God for her to be pregnant. So
No special injunction.
It is.
God already knew that she's going to conceive, right? And immediately her response.
But that's the injunction of God, is it not?
Her spontaneous response immediately to the angel was that she accepted.
No, you do not
So the
understand.
choice is
She wasn't even asked permission. What do you mean accepted?
She accepted, right?
Accepted
Immediately
what?
after the angel said.
Yeah.
So are you saying?
Is it
that
the same
Mary
topic?
Didn't have a choice?
Yeah.
What do you want to ask about?
Just ask him. You know, it's basically what was about to say is you talking about Aisha and Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu marriage.
Yeah.
First of all, it's different country, a different law, different century, and different culture.
True.
Different
Back
time.
in the days, people used to do that. Why? My question is, why every time you people talk about young marriage and child marriage, when you're talking about, you always mention about Prophet, not
I
mentioning
didn't
others.
want to talk about that.
No, that's my question.
It was
First
by
of all,
chance it
and
came.
also again,
I doubt it came by
want to
chance.
talk
okay, again, you said Aisha was not a child. You said Aisha was a child, yes?
Of course, she was a child.
Okay,
I agree.
she wasn't a child.
She was.
She wasn't. Ask me how. First of all, Aisha was 6, yes? There's a reason, wisdom behind it, why Prophet did not consummate Aisha at the age of 6, but he waited until 9. You tell me now.
Okay. I'll answer that question, but
Why
first
is
let
that?
me also ask you this.
If she
If he
was a
was the
child at that
example-
time, 9
if
still,
he was the
why?
example
What is
for
the
all
point of him
mankind,
waiting at the age of
if
9
he was
then?
the example for all of mankind, should he have done that? Couldn't he wait for a little while more?
You're diverting now.
No,
Yeah,
you
answer,
change
answer
it.
this question.
Answer my question.
Don't answer a question.
You
with
said
a question.
Aisha was a
I said I
child.
will answer it. I said I
Well,
will answer.
answer it.
First of all, but I want to make a point here. If he
Okay.
was the example, couldn't he wait a little more? Okay. Now to answer your question, he waited till 9.
Yeah.
Even at 9, she's still a child.
No, we carry on.
What was the
Your
point of
opinion.
him? No, your opinion, that's your opinion. Your opinion. I'm asking if Aisha was 6 and Prophet married at the age of 6, what was the point of Prophet waiting Aisha until at the age of 9? Why not at 6, at the age of 6?
Still,
You tell
at
me.
9 itself is a problem. I still have a
No,
problem. with
9, for you,
I have a
9
problem
is
with
a
nine.
child. For
You have a
9 is
problem
child.
based on
Okay.
what?
Based on what?
She's a child.
No.
Based on what?
No, wait, okay, wait a minute. Earlier you said biological. Okay,
Yes,
wait a minute. So your point, your earlier, what do you say, conditions are now gone out the window because it's Aisha. But for Mary, it's okay.
9, she's still a child. I didn't
It's
say
12 a
she's
child.
12 is a child.
No, she's not.
It's 13 a
No, it's
child.
not.
Can you
It's
show
14
me,
a child.
Can you show me
It's
where
15 a
it
child.
says 12? Where the Catholic encyclopedia.
Yeah, here, it's here. Let me see.
Yeah, show it to him.
I can show him.
18 years old.
I can show him.
She's 18 years old.
Yeah, that's another topic. Let's see.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
here.
Brother, if too many people get involved, then
It's here,
it's one
brother.
person. It's
I
not
know,
fair.
I know,
It's not fair. Unless you're bringing a new point.
Just
Can such a person
just one
reference for himself. It's here.
There's a reference, brother.
Brother, the reference is here for Mary and Joseph. Brother,
The example for mankind.
Yeah.
the reference is here. And Isaac.
So Catholic Encyclopedia,
Yeah,
page 505, under the chapter Joseph.
yeah.
Okay, write
Mary
it down.
was 12 and Joseph was
And-
90.
and look-
Additionally, Isaac
Yeah.
was 10, according to the book of Joshua. According to
is
the
an
Bible.
apocryphal book. We
Okay,
do not
wait.
accept it.
You do not accept, yeah? But you accept history, yes, when you're trying to show us the.
Do the Catholics accept it?
Book of Joshua, no.
No?
Why?
Why?
Why? Tell me.
It's not.
But
Not
you
the
accept
Protestants, the
history.
Catholics.
But you accept
The book
history.
of Joshua is not there.
But do you accept history when you try to use about the crucifixion of Jesus and scientists? You use history and you use the other books. But when it comes to Isaac, you don't accept the book of Joshua.
Joshua is not.
Do you
it's
accept
not,
yours or
It's not a book that the. It's not a book that the Christians.
Okay, anyway, look, brother, he said it was common at that time, so 12, 13 years to get married. So he's already acknowledged that. Now, shall we move on to the...
Okay, what about 14?
Bro. Come on, I'll let you speak. Let us get back to the discussion because...
Encyclopedia page.
Give him the reference. Take a picture from it. It's page 505, under the chapter Joseph.
Yeah, page 505, chapter Joseph.
Okay, so since you asked a question from the hadith, not even... Let me ask you something from the Bible itself. Would it be okay in any context to kill a child? Okay, deliberately. No? What if 1 Samuel 15:3,
For Samuel, yeah.
yes?
God tells him to kill everyone. Not just for Samuel, even before that.
Yeah, even Numbers 23. Okay?
Yeah.
So, do you think that is a good thing or a bad thing?
So let's answer it in context.
Yeah, go on.
Here again, I'm untrained. Whatever I have is not from
No,
anybody
wait, brother,
else.
wait. You have to
I'm
wait
not
now.
affiliated with anybody. This is my own.
It's a different topic now.
That I'm in the park. So
Yeah.
please excuse my ignorance of a few things. But whatever I know, let me answer.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So God did command that. It was for a specific time, for a specific place. Now let me also shift. I'll just shift gears and come back. Like for example, in the Quran, how
No, don't go to
God
Quran
commands-
yet. No, we'll get to the Quran later.
I'm giving an
I know,
example.
but we'll get to the Quran later. First, explain this.
Jews, you kill the Christians.
First,
you kill these
first
people.
explain this. There's one children,
Is it right or
not children,
Okay.
not children.
Jews and Christians.
In the war, yes, but not children.
Where does it say not to kill the children? Okay, I'll come back to that. But
Hold
it does
on.
not say-
Do you know we don't just go by the Quran? We have the Hadith as well.
Tell me where. Okay,
Even the
let me come
Hadith,
back.
the Prophet ﷺ, even his army, when they used to go to war, he used to instruct them, don't kill the women, the children, the non-combatants, the people in the synagogues,
I have a
the
lot
people
to
in the church,
I have a lot
the
to say
priests,
to you
not
that
to kill the not to cut down the crops.
I can talk to you
Okay?
one-on-one. There's a
Well,
lot
I'm
I
only
can say.
one, so it's 1-to-1. Don't
I
worry.
can talk to you.
Okay.
There's
So
big
once
problem.
again,
No,
you said in any context it is wrong.
Sensitive of people's feelings, so I don't want. I'm
Which people's
restricting,
feelings?
Because I know that people can be offended when I say things. That's why I'm a little sensitive.
I think that has gone out the window a long time ago when you started to question Aisha. But anyway, look,
So,
You-
that's what I'm saying.
did you
This is
not-
what I'm holding back.
did you not admit
You can
that
say
it is?
I got a lot of things.
Yeah. Did you not admit?
Can we talk in private?
I know the
then?
Bible and
Can
the
we
Quran.
talk in
Brother,
private?
please.
Why didn't you mention one thing? Why didn't you? There's one thing. Can I say one thing?
Let me finish this point and then you can. Yeah.
Point that you asked me to.
That's fine. So you already admit in any context it's wrong to kill children. Am I right? Okay. And then
I said
it's on camera.
There's a context there. Here, the camera.
Okay. So in which context?
I'm not on the camera.
No, that's fine. So in what context?
Yeah.
In what context it is okay to kill children? Yeah, you'll have your turn. Join the. You're next. All right. What is it? In what context can you kill children?
Just like.
By the way, infants. Yeah, infants.
Just like you have.
No, don't do whataboutery. You keep doing that all the time. Okay?
you have-
Try to answer. No. Try to answer.
have problems
If I look when you asked me about Aisha radiallahu anha,
you have
I
some
answered
issues-
and then I brought in the marriage situation. I answered first. So first you answer and then you can bring the Quran, no problem. Okay? Right now the question is this. An infant, you know what's an infant? How old is an infant? How old?
Just born.
Yeah. So anyone below the age of 2 and below is an infant. Okay, you must have, I don't know, if you travel with your children, you get a lot of discount if you travel with an infant. All right, so this is an infant ticket. So with an infant, in any context, is it justified to kill an infant who is below 2 or below the age of?
There are some times where it is justified. Okay,
Give me that. Give me,
put it this way.
no, give me the context.
In a war, there are no children.
No, I'm saying deliberate killing.
This is a war. I'm talking about a war.
No, deliberate targeting.
Exactly.
Deliberate targeted.
In a war.
No, we're not talking about.
In a war. What
No. There's a difference. Wait. What you're talking about is in a war by accident it can happen. But I'm talking about deliberate targeted killing.
Are you telling me
That
if
God tells you to kill every male, every female, every child, every infant, the oxen, the donkeys, and all
in
the.
Numbers in Samuel it says it?
Yes, so First Samuel.
To that.
So this is
You
targeted
have
killing.
to understand that it's a war.
Big difference.
For a one time, it is a war, and it is because they have to possess that land. And why? Okay, so there's a lengthy answer to it, right? So first thing,
So you think it was a war?
it was a war.
No, it
You
wasn't.
can't discount it. It was a
No.
war.
Have you read the
It was
Bible?
a war.
Have you got the Bible on you?
You believe?
Have you got the Bible on you?
Yes, I've got it on.
Yeah, bring up First Samuel. Go on, read it.
I agree
Show me
with
where the war is.
I agree with you. Wait, let me come. Let me.
So
Finish.
you don't
asked
agree
me a
with me.
question.
Exodus
You asked me a
17.
question.
Yes.
Let me answer you.
Go on.
You and I agree.
Read it from the Bible.
Agree.
Actually, we don't. You're saying it's a war. I'm saying it's not.
You've not heard me out. You and I agree
What?
that in the context of a war, children can be killed. Now, first of all, the land
Actually,
of
I don't.
Israel-
Targeted killing, no.
Okay, fine. No,
So
fine.
don't say I agree.
So let's come to this. The land of Israel was given to the Jews, right? According to the Quran, according to the Bible, land of Israel is for
There wasn't a land of Israel. It was a land of the Canaanites.
land of Canaanites. Yeah. why-
So it was another people's.
I know why you're
Do you
saying
agree?
that. I know why you're
But do you
saying
not
that.
believe it's the land of the
You want me
Canaanites?
correct? Fine. So it's
It was the Canaanites. There was no land of Israel before.
Fine. It is the land of the Canaanites.
Thank you.
Right.
So somebody else's land. Go on. I'm listening.
Why? Why did God give it to them?
You tell me. The question still is, you're trying to justify the killing of infants.
Of course, because
Of
that's what
course.
happens in
I hear this from terrorists, not from people who are professing Christianity. Of course.
Anyway, God allowed them to live there. He said, go there and live. You can live there. He didn't say it's your possession.
He allowed them.
No, but this particular passage, I want to know where's the war.
The Canaanites to be annihilated. Why? Because they were living in homosexuality. They had
Infants. Infants.
Allow me.
Are you saying infants? Infants were homosexuals? Where are you getting this from?
They were gay
Seriously,
chickens.
man.
They were
Of
gay
course,
chickens.
You know, if Aisha
My
was
question
having
was
a
about
marriage,
infants.
they were having
Hold on. My question was related to infants. Don't change the question. Don't change the context. Don't change.
the answer.
No, you said.
To allow me to answer.
Okay, what was my question? Let's see if you understood it. What was my question?
Was how can you justify killing of infants?
Thank you.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to justify killing infants.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
This is what we have to put up with Christians today. They justify killing infants and they need 5 minutes to
I
explain.
don't justify killing infants. Okay.
Also, you think it's wrong?
Oh man.
Make up your mind.
Okay,
You
so
can't have you had your chance last time. So you're going to repeat the same thing, right?
when the Islamists went into all the Christian lands and killed the people, they never killed any infants.
Who's that?
They never killed any infants.
When
so
Muslims did
accidentally,
this. When Muslims did this.
Wait. Did
accidentally no infants.
no, you said accidentally. Did God sanction it in the Quran or the Hadith?
No, what was
Say
the
no,
context?
answer the question.
That's why when I spoke about
Can you please
Quran,
answer the question?
why
Did
why
God in the
say-
Quran
why did
or
God
the
say don't
Hadith
kill the
sanction it?
Jews and the Christians then? Why did God say that?
Can you answer?
That's in context of
Can you
war,
answer my
right?
question first?
That's in context of
Okay, if
war.
you're not going to answer my question, I'm going to answer yours. Okay, this is if you're going to play dirty, and this is what you're doing right now. In the Quran or the Hadith, if you can show me a single passage, are you listening? If you can show me a single passage, either in the Quran or the Hadith, where Allah deliberately seeks out infants, or even children to be killed.
Infants were killed.
You can show me an evidence. But in the Bible, I'm able to show you not only from one verse, but in several verses.
Explicit doesn't mean it.
Explicitly killing, targeted killing of infants in the Bible. 1 Samuel 15:3.
But you're saying
Okay, Numbers 23:19. In both cases, killing of children is there. In fact, in Numbers 23:19, you're asked to kill all the children except whom?
Virgin girls.
The virgin girls. Okay? Now, if you're going to use the excuse about they were homosexuals, they were X, Y, and Z, why spare the girls? Because they wanted to keep them as sex slaves.
Can I give you?
Yes, go and read your Bible. Yes.
No, I want to hear what he says. No, there was no sex.
He's offended with sex slave, but he's okay with killing them.
Sex slave is an Islamic concept. Sex slave is an Islamic concept. There's no sex.
Show me sex slave. Wait. Show me sex slave anywhere in the Quran or the Hadith.
You're digressing. You were going to answer this.
Yeah, you're going to answer the question about the infants.
Let me answer. Let me answer. So, we know that the nation, the land of the Canaanites, as you say, was given to the nation of Israel. They were meant to disperse the people who were living in that land because God could not tolerate the level of their sin anymore. Right? So they were ordered to dispose of all the people in the land, in certain cases, even the cattle. In that case. So that is.
Why the cattle?
There was gay
You don't want me
cows.
to go to Islam?
guess so.
There was gay cows.
Or sinning cattle?
See, again.
Brother, you need to wait your turn, please. He's having a conversation. We already are like 3 people, so let's be fair. Okay? So with all due respect, are you trying to say that was a reason for killing infants? Yes? Are you saying that was the reason for killing infants? Okay? Shall we open your Bible and see, because the reason is given there. He didn't do it last time. I want you. Have you got the Bible on you?
I think, is it right they attacked them from behind?
No. Have you got the Bible on you? Okay, open 1 Samuel 15 and read it from the beginning. Because the answer is actually given in there. What you're trying to justify from your, I don't know, your infant killing mind, or the barbarism that you come from, I don't know, killing infants because their parents were gays or homosexuals and kill even the...
Would you accept that you haven't given him a chance to give you a fourfold reason why? You're asking him a question.
No, I asked him a question. Hold on. I think I gave him ample chance and time to answer the question. But everything he gave was not from the Bible. I'm asking you, the answer is in 1 Samuel 15. He wouldn't open the Bible to. Okay, he has a digital, but he refused to open it.
Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Would you be willing to open the Bible on your phone and then read it? Because the answer is given in there.
Read it out loud.
1 Samuel 15, beginning, from the beginning.
The whole thing.
No, just from the first three passages.
Samuel said to Saul, I am the man who Jehovah, I'm reading Jehovah, sent to anoint you as the king of his people Israel. So now listen to the words of Yahweh. This is what Yahweh Shabbat says. I intend to punish what Amalek did to Israel, laying a trap for him on the way as he was coming out of Egypt. Coming back to the point that I was making.
Yeah.
Now go and crush Amalek and put him under the curse of destruction and all he possesses.
No, read it, finish it. The juicy bit.
Do not spare man donkey. This is what I said.
No, why are you so embarrassed to read it?
I'm accepting it.
Read it.
Man, woman, babe, suckling sheep, camel,
Yeah,
donkey.
just this bit, yeah?
It's there.
Why are you so embarrassed to read it?
No,
The other bit you read with clarity. No pause, no hesitation. But this bit, this bit.
in fact, I told
But have you got a problem reading it?
In fact, I
Have
told
you got a problem reading it?
In fact, I told
Have you got a problem reading it? So read it then, please.
It's also the animals. That's what I told you.
No, read
I
it.
told you that.
I want to hear it from you. I want to hear it from
You
you.
said I'm not reading it from the Bible. I already told you this.
Can you please read it without hesitating?
Yeah, but you said I was not reading.
Just
from the
read it,
Bible.
please.
That was
Just read.
the Bible. That's
Don't hesitate, read.
okay. Saul summoned the people and reviewed them at Telaim, 200,000 foot soldiers.
No. The bit before that. Verse 3, the one you skipped. The one you're embarrassed to read.
Which I told you.
Read it.
Which I told you.
I don't want, no, read it.
I told
You see, this is the fitrah. This is the fitrah from the guy who is not willing to even read it. He read everything else.
I said it to him. He knows.
Now I want him to read it because I want to know
He
why.
wants me to read it.
Yes,
I said it.
just read
I
it.
said it.
No, but read it. Why are you embarrassed? Why wasting time?
If you've said it,
Okay. Is that a problem reading it from the Bible?
But you have a problem that I said it and not read from the Bible.
I never said
You
I had a
I'm
problem.
not talking from the Bible. I'm talking from
Okay.
the Bible.
Do you want to
I
read
said
it? Do you want to read
All the
it?
Bible.
Okay, read it because this guy's embarrassed. Okay. By the way,
It's there.
I'm gonna
It's
say-
there. Whatever you said.
okay.
he said
So what was the reason?
there.
What was the reason God gave for the killing?
They attacked them from behind when they left
Egypt.
Egypt.
No,
When
it
they
wasn't
came
from behind.
out From Egypt.
Yeah. What was the reason?
When they came out from Egypt.
Yes.
What did Amalek?
Do you know when that happened?
Yeah.
Do you know when it happened?
Yes.
So what was the duration in time from the time the Amalekites
Your name,
killed
please.
you didn't give me your name. So my name is Hashim. I have no issues with that. Okay. So during the time when the Amalekites killed Jews when they were coming from the Exodus, yes. From that time, and the duration of this injunction to kill every male, every female, every child, every infant, the oxen, and the donkeys,
Around, no, I have more than that.
No, say over 300 years.
300 to 400 years.
Yes.
Okay? Now you're talking about not those people who actually killed. You're talking about their children's children's children. Okay? So shall we say at least a few generations down the line. Okay? So what was the reason? The reason was vengeance.
No, it wasn't. There was a continuation of war. Amalek tried to wipe them out for 300 years.
Where does it say that in the Bible?
Can I respond to it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish first. So you said there's a gap of 300 to 400 years. Okay? You agreed with that. And then the reason God actually gives is vengeance. In fact, it says it in the NIV. Yours was which version of your what version of the Bible is that?
That one's the Apocrypha.
Why are you reading from the Apocrypha?
Why shouldn't I?
I don't know. He said he doesn't accept it. You do. Okay, you're a different kind of Christian. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Thank you, bro.
I don't want to be in the camera. That's why I'm
This one? Which one?
I'll send it to the bottom one.
The bottom one, yeah?
Okay, Hashim, can I answer? Hashim.
Yeah.
Can I answer? Yes. Remember, again, what I'm saying is from the Bible. Men, women, donkeys, everything. It is there. I don't need to read it because I've read it. You've read it.
No, you haven't read it.
Start time.
You're afraid to read it.
Now, again, going back.
Yeah.
God told the children of Israel that they have to completely get rid of all those people. They did not do it to the Amalekites. They did not do it. Therefore, it was unfinished business, not vengeance, that God asked them to do.
But God says they're vengeance. You're disagreeing with God now.
Yeah, of course.
Of your Bible.
That's a long pending thing. This is what they did to you. Go do it.
So was it vengeance or not?
No, this is what what they were supposed to
Hold
do.
on. Is it vengeance or not?
If they did not do it before, because
This guy never answers the question. Is it vengeance or not?
they were supposed to do it 300 years earlier.
Can you please answer the question?
They were supposed to do it
Okay.
300 years
Yes, they were
earlier.
supposed to. They didn't do it.
didn't
So,
do it.
so, so was it vengeance or not?
Because they were supposed to do 300 years ago. They did not do
Was
it.
it?
Therefore, do it now.
Okay. So,
you want
so
to
you're saying it's okay. Let me ask you this. So today, today there are many people who are the descendants of the Nazis. Guys, please. I can't hear. Yeah, I know. Please take it away. Okay. Today there are many children of the Nazis. Yes? So would you say it's unfinished business? We should kill the children and it's okay?
We should not.
So that's immoral.
We should not. This commandment.
Did you
was
hear that?
only
We
for
should
them.
not.
Again, put it in context. This commandment was only for those people, not even for.
So the
Muslims,
children,
not for
so the
Muslims,
children of Amalekite are not children.
not for anybody else. It was only for the Amalekites and for
Why?
the Canaanites.
Why?
Please do not change.
By the way, it wasn't only Amalekites. The Numbers 23:19 as well.
I got another
Okay?
where children, Jesus is asking children to be killed.
Can I ask one thing? Can I ask?
Let's put a resolution to
Matthew
this.
15.
Yeah, brother, wait, please. Okay, so Numbers 23:19 was another one I showed you. Okay. By the way, this was. Do you know this was Moses' his wife's tribe? Okay. The people who were the people who were asked to be killed in Numbers 23:19.
Can you show that?
I gave you the reference. Open your Bible for a change. You love to. I don't know.
I'll need to.
Quote the Bible out of context.
Hashim, while he's
I destroyed you already. I destroyed you already.
Can I ask you something while he's struggling? Just one question.
Watch the video on our Wise from his how I destroyed him.
Say very quickly, please, Hashim.
By the way, we already have one here. You can join the queue as well.
Can I ask you quickly, just a
Yeah.
question?
So are you going to read it? Numbers 23:19. And if you think it's out of context, put it in context. Unlike that guy.
Can I ask you something, please, Hashim?
You don't believe in it,
Hashim.
so why you quoting
No, it's
it?
okay, brother, 1 minute.
He believes in it, unlike you.
No, Hashim, please, just one quick question. You know, if the end of the world came right now, and all the Muslims are saved, yeah? Okay. Does that mean that all the Christians, Jews, Hindus, and Sikhs children, the little babies and the pregnant women, they would be killed by Allah? Yes or no?
Can I answer?
The answer.
Okay. There's a difference between God killing directly
Yes.
through natural calamities, through other means like the tsunamis and the floods and the earthquakes and so on, and God asking or commanding his people, the people of Israel, to go and kill every female, every infant, every child, and every oxen. There's a big difference. No, wait a minute. I'm still answering. Okay? So when you actually advocate it and then sanction it to the people, because you know the people, imagine this. If you were asked to kill an infant, would you?
No, I wouldn't, no.
Would you kill an infant by your hand? You wouldn't. Both of you are saying no. Why is that? Because this is not from the fitrah. This is not from the natural disposition of a human being, at least a rational one, unlike Hitler or the Nazis or the Jews during the time of the Amalekites or the Jews during the time of Moses, who were asked to kill infants and save only the girls who were virgins. Okay? Now, you will not find such an injunction in the Quran. Because you see, when Allah says He will not burden a soul beyond His scope, the reason you guys will not do it and I will not do it is because it's beyond the scope of our humanity. Allah will not ask you to do something like that, to go. I mean, imagine going to every door, knocking it. Okay? Do you have women, children? Can you please come out and you hack them to death individually from door to door? This is the only commandment you'll see in any holy book is in the Bible.
Okay,
It's in the Bible.
Let me ask you, can I make a point now? No, 1 minute. Can I make a point?
There's nothing romantic about it.
What about Abraham?
That is.
No, but let me ask
What
you.
about Abraham?
Believe in the sacrifice. You believe
Who was sacrificed during Abraham's time?
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm asking you as well. Who was sacrificed during the time of Abraham?
No one.
No, there was someone. It was a ram. It wasn't a human.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
Yes, I do, yeah. It was a test of Abraham. Yeah, it was a test of Abraham's righteousness.
Can I ask you
And
something?
God, as soon as he was about to slaughter his son, yes, God substituted that with an animal. Okay? But in the case of Jesus, he himself was sacrificed. So it is a human sacrifice in the case of Jesus. In the case of Abraham, it's an animal sacrifice.
Can I ask
Big
you-
difference.
Can I ask you something? now?
Yeah, go on.
I'm telling you, I'm asking you
Yeah, go on, go
from
on.
a point of view, from a Muslim
Yeah,
point
sorry.
of view.
No worries.
If, for example,
Yeah.
God commanded.
I've already answered that
No,
question.
no, listen to the question.
Have you heard the answer?
If your neighbour, the Amaleks, right,
Yeah.
were burning their own children, and this is in the Bible. Everything I'm going to tell you, I can show you.
Yeah.
They were burning their own children to the devil. They were eating human flesh.
Yeah.
They had paedophilia, incest, homosexuality, and sex with animal, amongst other things. That's your neighbours, okay? In today's world,
Yeah.
people kill for less than that. I'm telling you that these people, you're looking at them as women of today's world, pregnant. No one would kill an innocent woman.
What's your argument?
The argument is these people were sick. They were like beasts, not humans, almost.
So what should you do as a human?
I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm asking you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I've got the
I'm telling you
context.
that if God commanded me, let me tell you. You asked me if God commanded me, these people had this nature, and they were going to grow up, and their kids were going to have the same nature,
Yeah.
and they were going to attack me for revenge, for example, in the years to come, then I would carry out God's order. Yes.
Okay, so you would kill infants.
I just told you, under the context of them 6 things.
Okay.
If that was
So
their
let me
nature,
wait.
if they were like animals.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I respond now?
Yes.
Okay. So let me get this right. So you're saying the context is such
Listen to
where
this, yes.
where all this barbaric treatment of humans is going on. So what you would do is you would actually do them a favor by doing it for them.
No, what I'm saying is
That's what he's saying basically. I will go in that context. I'll kill the infants. I mean, this is two wrongs don't make a right.
I told you this last time. The difference is,
Brother, wait,
that
please.
when they died, yes, God knew they were inherently evil. They would not change, and Jesus went into the heart of the earth, preached to them. They still didn't want to know.
Yeah.
They were like animals.
My friend, listen.
They were animals.
Just because they're animals doesn't mean you become one.
No, that's what they were.
Okay, that is the teaching of
That's
Islam.
the reason why
Islam,
God-
you know what
He
Islam
didn't
taught
want-
us?
He didn't want them to
Just
be
because
He didn't want
just
them
because
to-
you are barbarians
No, he did
doesn't
not.
mean you become a barbarian and start
He
killing
did-
their children.
He did not want
Okay?
the
This is
Israelites
not
to be
from
like-
Islam, maybe
he did
Christianity,
not-
yes.
He did not want the Israelites to become like them. He didn't want them to know evil.
No, evil is not something that you inherit. You become a good person by looking at someone who is a good example. Wait a minute. Just because you think your neighbors are cruel and evil,
No, God's telling me.
look,
God's
I listen to
telling me.
you.
God's telling me.
I listen to you. Allow me to answer. Okay? So just because you see your neighbors are cruel and evil and do barbaric rituals, and even if they burn their children and kill and indulge in homosexuality or whatever you said, okay? The question still remains. Does it make it right for you to kill